Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ball Not Court podcast host Cortez Paul, along with my co-host Kevin Carter. I want to thank you folks for tuning in today and listening to the show. Basically, we cover basketball, football, NCAA, or anything that's related to current events with a humorous twist to it, at least. You can follow the podcast at BIOC Podcast at X or Twitter. We're also on Instagram at the same name, BIOC Podcast. You go to our YouTube channel, that's also BIOC Podcast. Our Facebook page is Balls Not Court Podcast. So if you could please just give us a like, shout, comment on any of those, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we thank you for listening and enjoy the show. Balls Not Court Podcast. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Balls Not Court Podcast. Cortez Paul is here, Mr. Paul Mack, and Kevin Carter. Gentlemen.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Oh, sorry. I was just singing Rudolph.
Kevin is already in the Christmas spirit.
We are close to Christmas and the holiday seasons, and I hope y'all getting y'all shopping done. Have everybody got their shopping done?
I'm done, motherfucker.
Oh, my tree is full of gifts. I've never been more prepared for Christmas than I am this year, I don't think.
Mine was called Friends and Family Day at work.
Ooh, nice.
Got that extra discount. Everybody got something from Dick.
Hey, you're utilizing your resources, my man. There's nothing wrong
Rudolph
with that.
the red-nosed reindeer. Mom did too. She got extra 10% off. So
Walmart gave us a additional 15% off on our 10%, so I was able to get some nice gifts. And
wow, you called up to me.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on some other things to come in the mail. But yeah, I'm almost done Christmas shopping too. So this is the year to get in the spirit, get in the Christmas spirit or the holiday spirit, and get everything that's for cheap. That'll be or supposedly it's cheap because we saw what Target has done in the past with if you find their TikTok video where, hey, it's a Black Friday special, slide it out. It's the same damn price.
Yeah, they don't change the fucking prices.
I'm sorry, Paul. I kind of straight to your company.
I'm back. I just wasn't having any of your tomfoolery. That's all it was.
Hey,
you said talk about Target. You said talk about Target, will you? I'll cut you off.
Hey, guess what? He's gonna throw some Walmart jabs in here soon. I swear. Yeah, I'm gonna hear some Walmart slander here in a minute. Which is
I just find it funny that you've been with Walmart for 97 years and they only give you a 15% discount.
So here's the funny thing. Y'all gonna laugh at this. During you get a one-time use 15% on top of your 10%. So you can't combine it. So you gotta scan the 15% first, and then you swipe your card to get the other 10%. They know they're doing.
I bet that 15% has a lot of exclusions behind it too, though. That you can't use it on the good stuff.
Yep. So, but I sit there and laugh, man, because I'm like, they get you. I guess the way it is kind of taxed, you really not really saving the 25% because you got to do the discount twice. So
none, because you ain't getting 25% off. You getting like you barely cut out the taxes.
Yeah. So
and you've been with them for 82 years. Like they should at least give you more bigger of a discount. We get 25% off.
But see, that's the thing. Y'all get a straight shot 25% off. We got to go through these stipulations and do a 15%.
and then Saturday. Yeah, we got 25% off, and then Sunday they gave us an extra 10% off on top of it.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, it seems like we're all wrapping around and finish up our Christmas shopping. Kevin's already done. I still gotta get a few things. Paul's not gonna wrap this up, but hopefully you guys and girls out there are finishing touches on everything. But let's get into NFL Week 14. Now, let's start off with Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys dominated the Eagles 33-13 in Jerry World. So I just want to say, who's really impressing you so far in this Dallas run? And I start with you, Paul. What's your thoughts about this game, beating the Eagles like that, and then coming around, and then they actually been looking pretty good for the last few weeks, honestly. What's your thoughts about the Cowboys here?
Yeah, man. I think the defense is kind of back to where it was when the season started, when they were just kind of steamrolling through people. And then you stack that with just how the way Dak Prescott's been playing the last 5-6 weeks. Guys playing MVP caliber football. Like, I hate to say it because I'm a Giants fan, but guys playing MVP caliber football. Last week, almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Tony Pollard's doing his thing. Rico Dowdle comes out of nowhere for almost 50 yards rushing. So they're rushing for over 100 yards. They're throwing for almost 300 yards a game. And the Eagles have a pretty good defense. So that's a big statement for the Dallas Cowboys offense. But it's like we saw with Philly all year. They start slow every week. And just like we talked about a couple weeks ago, is what happens when a team gets up on them early, big, and someone's got to make a play. We're waiting to see. You had to see who that is. It wasn't Jalen Hurts, and I know he's kind of been having he's been dinged up a little bit the last few weeks, taking some shots. He's running a little too much, but it's looking a little rough in Philly land right now. I mean, they're guaranteed to get into the playoffs because the NFC is the NFC, and there's a log jam at 6 and 7 for teams. So, I mean, they still got a 3-4 game lead on everybody else, but it's a little alarming to be struggling at this point in the year. Usually teams at this point of the year are figuring it out and they're gaining momentum. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen going forward. I know they have the Giants in 2 weeks, and then they have the Giants to close out the year. So that could be 2 wins there. I mean, I'm not looking at anything too crazy, but it's interesting to see because they could easily drop a couple more games, and kind of changes who that they would play in the first round of the postseason, considering that 3 weeks ago they were a guaranteed first round bye.
Yeah, no, and to your point, they close against your Giants twice, and then they close against the Seahawks and the Cardinals. So they have potential to make up some ground here. But, as I've been talking about, hey, this is a team that seems to be – I thought for sure, hey, how they win these games is a little struggle. But for the most part, they're still winning the games. But it's just been a problem these last few games. They're just getting blown out. So, Kevin, your thoughts about the Cowboys here and how they dominated the Eagles here in this kind of fashion?
Well, now Dallas has showed that they can beat one of the big boys. They showed that they can beat a team. We talked about it a couple of times where they were just beating the teams that they should have beat. But when they come up against somebody that has that winning record and gives them a hard time, that they've been so-so. And they came out and they were like so-so this and beat the living dog mess out of Philly. Right now, everybody around the league, it's becoming right now a who can deal with the injuries and everything that's hitting all the teams right now. And Dallas really hasn't had to go through any of it right now, so they're getting everybody back, and they're in a good spot right now to make a run.
Yeah, man. Just as you mentioned, Kevin, we've been big on certain teams that didn't have that signature win on their resume for the season. This is a big win for the Cowboys and to put their confidence forward. So Dak Prescott and this higher power offense that's ranked number 1 per Pro Football Reference is and scoring offense has just been fantastic. Dak was stellar once again. He's 24 for 39 and had 271 yards on 2 touchdowns. And the thing with them, this thing with teams like this, if you win the time possession battle, which Dallas did, they had possessed the ball for 36 minutes compared to Philly's 23 minutes. You're able to hold on to the ball and possess the ball like that. You can really put a lot of things in your favor and dictate and control the game. So I think Dak is worthy of the MVP consideration and in the conversation. I know there's a few names that's blending in with that. So what's your thoughts about Dak and his stamp or trying to make an impression as an MVP candidate? Kev?
He's playing un-Dak-like, which is surprising because by now he's had a few games where he's done some stupid crap and we're like, oh, there it is. But he's actually playing really good ball. He should be up there with some of the MVP. What? Oh, I thought I was channeling DMX there for a minute. He should be in the MVP talk. He's playing just as well as a lot of the guys that are in that conversation. So yeah, he should be there.
Paul, your thoughts about Dak and the MVP consideration that he's been getting?
I mean, he's been one of those guys. I mean, he's been a turnover-prone kind of quarterback, trying to make plays when they're not there for him. And, I mean, this year, 3,500 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, only 6 picks. I mean, you're going to win a lot of football games if you only got 6 interceptions in, 13 games. Yeah, it's very undoubtedly just a thing that it took a little while under Mike McCarthy. I don't know. He's maturing a little bit. Playing for a contract, trying to justify all the money he's gotten, and if he's Dallas's long-term quarterback. I know that he gets a lot of flack all the time of move on from Dak, bring in somebody else. I know they brought in Trey Lance in the offseason, and that kind of was one of those things where it was like, oh, they're bringing in their future quarterback or whatever if Dak doesn't have a good season. And, Dak showed up, and he doesn't necessarily have a ton of weapons around him, which I think is the miraculous thing. Like other than a CeeDee Lamb, I mean, you're seeing an emergence of Jake Ferguson, the tight end. You're seeing, Tony Pollard's playing on a franchise tag, so you're getting the most out of him for what you paid him. But I mean, you have Michael Gallup and Brandon Cooks, like these guys that are just, they're just making plays and they are just scorching defenses. I know having that defense helps because they're getting the ball a lot. But Dak's making the most of this opportunity, and this is probably his best statistical season he's had since probably like 2016. So kudos to Dak. At the rate the NFL season is going, it's a short list of probably MVP caliber candidates, but him and Brock Purdy are going to be going head to head there for probably the end of the season. So be interesting to see who gets it based off of how teams finish. I mean, both teams are hitting their stride right now. And like we mentioned before, this is the time where you want to play your best football. And the Niners and Cowboys are both playing their absolute best football right now. So it's going to be an absolute buzzsaw for whoever has to run into those two teams getting into the postseason and then potentially in the playoffs. So it's going to boil down to playoff Dak. Is this going to carry over to the postseason, or are we going to get the same Dak Prescott that we get in the postseason every time they go? So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, man. So I know we talked about the Philly defense, man. Last 3 games, they allowed 34 points against the Bills, 42 points against 49ers, and 13 points against the Cowboys. Almost near 1,400 yards, total yards in those games. They get run up more on than my bar tabs when I go down to the Magic games.
God damn.
I'm worried about, their defense. This is supposed to be one of their strong suits, especially their front seven. And Kev, what you seeing in the Eagles defense and some of these games here whenever you look that you do watch of the Eagles here, what you think about their defense getting exposed like this?
Well, like you during your bar tabs, they look like they're punch drunk right now.
Yeah.
They're wobbling right now. I know they got hit with a couple injuries and things like that. And right now it's a battle of nutrition, but it's just like stuff has caught up to them. They're a little older in the tooth at some spots. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what happens too when you run into teams with really good offenses. And they just wasn't able to stop anybody. They were relying on tush pushes and dumbass luck to get them through some of these games, and now it's just catching up with them.
Yeah, man. I sit there and I'm looking at Just the personnel, and then I was very complimentary, like, okay, well, maybe they win these games. It's better to build this now, but as Paul mentioned about losing games at the wrong time, getting ready to go into the playoffs here, and you had your division lead and had number one seed. 49ers is catching up. The Cowboys are catching up. So, Paul, your thoughts about the Phillies defense here? And luckily, they're the next few teams they play is not as offense potent as the other teams they have been playing. So, what's your thoughts about the Phillies defense?
We say that, but after this week, does anybody really can't beat anybody can beat anybody? Like this isn't after this week. After this week, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
No, but I think with the Eagles, I think what catches up with the Eagles is the fact that they start very low. So the defense is on the field for a long time. They're on the field for a lot most of these games. The offense doesn't really dominate time of possession too much. They rely heavily on explosive plays. And Dallas is a perfect example of a team that will blow the top off you if your defense gets tired. They're waiting for an opportunity to throw it deep to CeeDee Lamb, to get Michael Gallup out there in the secondary. And I think that's the issue is you're starting this game off. It's fine if you're playing against lesser teams where they're not having 6, 7, 8 minute drives down the field, and then your offense gets the ball back and they get the ball back in 2 minutes and they're right back out there again. So I think that's the issue with Philly is, like Kevin said, they're a little older now. They're kind of recouping from some injuries. They're bringing in a lot of newer guys. People just keep wanting to sign with Philly for some reason. I think because they thought that they were going to be a guaranteed lock to get to the Super Bowl. So they're bringing in all these older players who are free agents who are signing in, and they're coming in. But it's just when your defense is on the field that much, it's going to catch up to them eventually, and it's going to take week 12, week 13, week 14, where they realize that there's a lot of mileage on that defense, and it's showing now because they're just getting throttled for the last 3 weeks, and it's scary if you're a Philly in the you're going against the best of the best, and the way that even some of these 6 and 7 teams are playing. Any given Sunday, man, just based off the matchups that are given to them, and if they get a matchup against a really explosive offensive team, regardless of what their record was, they're susceptible to giving up some points. I think that's the scary part.
Gotcha. All right, let's go into the next game and talk about the Bills and Chiefs. Of course, that game ended with some drama, but the Bills ended up pulling that game out 20-17. So, Kev, what's your thoughts about on our boy? You know our boy, there's Tony. What's your thoughts about that offside call on him and how the way that game ended?
Here's the weird shit. He literally checks in with the ref. Literally looks to the sideline, points at the ref. Ref gives him the okay nod. Then ref throws flag. He didn't move. Ref throws flag. Then you look at games that happen Sunday. Same shit. Guy lines up, exact spot, looks over, ref gives him the go-ahead, no flags. It's not what he did because technically he's offsides. He is offsides. It's the inconsistency in which games are being called and decisions are being made by guys that are wearing striped shirts. And it's continuously happening now to one of the teams that's going to cry about it the most in the Chiefs. And it's just, I thought the play should have been let go. Especially, I said at the time, if he checked in with the ref said you were good to go, you don't throw a flag. Because then that makes you look like an asshole. And that makes you look like a moron. And they're not going to punish the refs for it. But they're going to punish anybody if they say anything about it. But it was just, dude, if he did it, don't call it. If he didn't look over to you, then you call it. But it was a clusterfuck waiting to happen. But the Chiefs also got beat because they couldn't stop the Bills from doing anything. So it's a 6 and 1, half dozen of the other. You look at the whole game and not just the one play. And then that play was fucking crazy. That the shit happened on. But as I always known it, if anything's on the offensive side of the ball, you blow the play dead and you don't let it go. But what do I know?
Paul, your thoughts about that offside call on Kadarius Toney?
I mean, kind of like Kevin said, right? There was probably, and ESPN and all these people were showing multiple plays in the same game where he was lined up in the same position. But at the end of the day, he at no point, you see a lot of receivers in the league when they line up, they look over to the referee, make sure they're good. Referee will give them the go ahead, whatever. But at no point does he do that. At no point does he check in with the official to make sure he's on side.
No, he did.
At no point
he did.
is he doing it.
He did.
Well, what I saw is he checked, but he hurried up and turned, so he didn't give enough time to the ref to respond. So
no, if you watch the ref, he does give a thumbs up. He gives a good, and then he throws a flag.
From what I saw, though, Kadarius Toney looked right back and go back to the play. He really didn't look at the ref. He kept going.
Because he looked over and he did the head thing, and then the ref did the head thing, and then he looked back. It doesn't take but 2 seconds to do the okay, you're good. But you can't. If he looks over, you gotta go, hey. The ref didn't do nothing except give him a head nod. So if that's all it takes is you look over, you get a head nod, you look back. Like, it don't take that long to get a head nod. But he's done it the same thing all game long, so he knew what he was looking for from the ref. Ref has a consistency of doing a head. You just can't. If he looked over at you and you gave him the good to go, you can't throw a fucking flag. You just cannot fucking do it. And then when it happens in every other game, the same fucking thing happens, and you literally have videos and pictures and everything of the same thing happening in different games throughout the league. What the fuck? Just do shit consistently. And then, like last week, they were supposed to be, the league's going to crack down on the refs having to call class interference, and the refs doing this, and refs doing that, refs doing this, refs doing that. And it was running rampant throughout the league this week that the officiating was shit. And the officiating was getting called out on every broadcast. Like, you have to do something about shit. Like, it was crap everywhere. Like,
they should have blown the play dead, but it's one of those that, I mean, I don't. It's you should. I mean, there should be a point. I don't know. Maybe the offensive lineman need to do it, and then you just fall in line with the offensive line or something like that. Because trying to do that and communicate, I mean, the offense always seem to recently have a certain advantage and more on defense side of the ball. Like, because the offense gets favors.
But even if he takes 2 steps backwards, then they throw a flag because he's in the backfield, or they're not on the line of scrimmage, or any of this shit. Like, this year has been too inconsistent as far as officiating goes. And it's been all across the board on everything. And then when something like that gets brought up, and then you watch the other games and the same shit is happening, Tyreek Hill's lining up the same exact way and not getting a flag call or anything like that. It's a bad look right now on the league, because they're not doing anything to fix it after they said, hey, we're going to look into this shit and we're going to fix it. They just have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The officiating has been garbage.
It has, but it's one of those, man, I don't want to sit here and blame everything on the refs.
Oh, I'm not blaming it on the refs.
Chances.
Oh yeah. They had their chances
for sure.
But if a guy looks over at you, you can't throw a flag. I'm just sorry, you can't, because you never have before.
Yeah, it's one of those that they need to communicate. What you thought about the whole Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid press conference, and it was very critical and everything like that. What's your thought process on that?
Well, it goes to show you, man.
Pat Mahomes is very easygoing, so you don't really see Pat Mahomes getting high like that.
Well, it goes to show you, man, when you're used to getting things going your way, And then all of a sudden, the past 2 weeks, with no call on the pass interference, and then this call, and then some other things going wrong, like you're not getting the benefit that you're the champs like you thought you was going to get. Like you've been screaming by with some stuff that people think is sketchy, and we're like, oh well, it's because it's Kansas City that you're getting the calls. They're not getting that shit anymore, and now it's coming to a head that they're like everybody else. And them coming out and saying it where they have a case, it just comes across a little weird that, dude, y'all been getting it for how many years now? Now it's kind of coming back around. Now y'all know how everybody else has felt.
Yeah, and I thought that was very weird of him to complain to Josh Allen, like, dude, I lost in the 22 playoffs to you. Like,
I was gonna wait for Josh Allen to go, no, I thought it was a good call.
Yeah, no, well, it's one of those like, dude, I'm not finna rely on that. So, Paul, what was you gonna point you make for you?
They just
about
got
the
beat.
Call because I know you got disconnected. So
no, I just think like, and I mentioned this today at work, is the Kansas City Chiefs. They rely way too much on the officials to make a call at the end of the game, and it can't come down to that. Like almost every game, if they lose a game, it's the ref's fault. The refs blew a call. Something happened, or they get a call in their favor that causes them to win a football game. They just got to go out and win a game. I just see way too many games where Patrick Mahomes is crying at the end, or the other team's complaining that the ref made a bad call, that Mahomes got hit out of bounds, or he slid, or what. There's always something with the Chiefs and the officials, and win the game. You were the better team. You should have won that game, and I'm not gonna. Regardless of Kadarius Toney lining up on sides, offsides, whatever it is, the guy has a history of just making bonehead plays, and it doesn't surprise me that he's the one that we're looking at making a play like this, but it is what it is. I mean, just they can't have the rest be their 12th man and just go out and beat somebody.
Yep.
Yeah. No, for sure. Out of these two teams, the Bills and the Chiefs, so the Chiefs' last 4 games are against the Pats, the Raiders, or they're at the Pats, home versus the Raiders, home versus the Bengals, at the Chargers. The Bills' last 4 is versus the Cowboys, at the Chargers, versus the Pats, and at the Dolphins. Had this note, we did find out that Justin Herbert has a broken finger, so he's out for the rest of the season. We'll get surgery on the finger. So Chargers would not have Justin Herbert for that game. But what are your thoughts about these two teams, and which one do you have faith turning around in the short amount of time that they have left? Paul, who you got out of these two teams? Who you have a little bit of faith in turning around?
I mean, based off of experience, you would think it'd be Kansas City, but the way they're playing week after week, like in the way that a team like Denver's playing, Denver might be the better team in that division right now. It sounds weird to say it because of their record right now, but they started the year off kind of slow. But again, as far as teams picking up steam at the right time of the year, I mean, obviously the Broncos had a little stumble against the Texans, but I mean, the Broncos beat Kansas City. They're pushing for a wild card. Someone's got to win that division. So I mean, I don't think Denver can catch Kansas City as far as winning the division. But as far as right now, you have to really look at Kansas City and think to yourself, how good are they? And are they just a team that's thankfully in a division against a bunch of lesser teams? Because it's interesting because Buffalo, obviously they're not catching Miami. So if anything crazy, they would be a team in the wild card. But
yeah.
Do they deserve it too, though? I mean, they're another team. Both these teams are weird. They're just two weird teams that I think Kansas City is getting benefited from being in a weaker division, where Buffalo just the competition caught up to Buffalo. So it's a little bit different. I just think the Chiefs got worse with the moves they made, some things that happened to them, and kind of the age and the people that have been around them, and they just don't have any weapons outside of Travis Kelce right now. I mean, Pacheco plays well, but
he was hurt this game.
Yeah, so
he was hurt.
Right. So that's the thing is your real workhorse was out. So then it's just up to Travis Kelce to make a play. and you have a wide receiver who can't line up on sides or has to check with the official every single play he's on the field. So it's interesting, but obviously Kansas City is the better of the two teams. I think Buffalo, on paper, Buffalo should be pretty good, but for sure they just can't win games, and it's just wild to me because even then Josh Allen didn't have a game that really jumped off the page either. But hey, they won. But did they win because Kansas City's got the injury bug and they have no weapons on offense and they still almost won the game? So I don't know. I mean,
yeah, that's why I kind of picked when we picked this game. I was like the Chiefs, and it's just in a weird place right now. And the Bills had a chance to beat them, and the Bills have been playing a little bit better, and they have a chance to win games because they got a guy just like, the Chiefs got a guy. They both got quarterbacks that are capable of going off at any particular moment in time. Nonetheless, we have been spoken about Pat Mahomes' weapons. Even Rasheed Rice, their rookie, had a heck of a game, had 72 yards and 1 touchdown, but he had a crucial fumble in the game too. But it's just their wideouts is just not up to par as what they should be with Pat Mahomes. And like I said, it's weird, man. They kind of mirror like Tom Brady pass. They have a dominant tight end, and Pat's had 2, but they only have 1. And their wideouts is skeptical, and they're pretty good about plugging running backs in there and making them be productive. Even though Pacheco is a workhorse, he's bigger than most running backs. So, well, yeah, this Chiefs team is
Pat's at least had guys that could catch. Pat's at least had guys that could catch. Like the Pats had the tight ends, but at least their dudes could catch. Ain't nobody on Kansas City wants to catch the freaking football. It's just it's going crazy. They're pretty much summing up what has happened to the AFC as a whole anyway. The whole AFC where we talked about everybody, it was going to be a crap. It was going to be big time. It's going to be hard and everything. Well, now it's big time and hard for a whole different reason because everybody's just trying to make it into the fucking playoffs now.
Yeah. No, it's and a couple
now
of
instead of everybody being good, everybody sucks and trying to get into the playoffs.
Well, it's crazy. 2 years ago, these two teams, Chiefs and the Bills, were pretty much the face of the AFC, and now you got different teams at the top, and even the teams at the top had a rough week.
Everybody right now is going through attrition. Right now, it's get healthy. We see it on the other side in the NFC. What happened? San Francisco got through their injury bug early. Now they're healthy. Now look at them. Dallas got through the injury bug early, got healthy. Now look at them taking off. Other teams coming back now because of injuries. Injuries are killing a shit ton of teams. Look at Miami. Miami last night, everybody was dropping like flies for Miami. What did they end up doing? They end up losing to Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's just you have to get through the injuries and find a way to push through them, especially this time of year.
Absolutely. All right. And speaking of that transition, let's talk about, because there were some disappointing losses from some teams that AFC that had a chance to get some separation. Most disappointing team that lost last night due to their circumstances, the Lions, the Jaguars, or the Dolphins. And Paul, I'll let you start off with that. Who had the most disappointing loss out of these teams?
It's the Miami Dolphins, 100%. I mean, they're a team that we have come on here week after week, seen the schedule. I'm pretty sure Cortez took them in the over.
Yep.
So they were gonna steamroll. They were gonna steamroll Tennessee. And I know Tyreek Hill went down for a little bit, which is alarming. That's your most explosive player. But at the end of the day, Tennessee outgained Miami. They had over 400 yards of total offense. They had more first downs, 13 first downs. They threw for more yards, 320 yards passing. And this is a team that at one point over the span of 5 minutes muffed a punt that led to a touchdown and then had a fumble that was recovered in the other side of the field, and they gave up 14 points in literally 4 minutes. the game was close. Then they were down 2 touchdowns, and Miami still couldn't close that game out with a rookie quarterback in Will Levis and Derrick Henry, who he didn't really do anything aside from a couple of goal line touchdowns. I mean, he only ran for like 35 yards. Yeah. Will Levis literally slinged the ball all over the field. You know, he rediscovered DeAndre Hopkins. That guy had a hell of a game. And it's, you know, he had 7 catches for 124 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. While Paul's trying to figure out his sound issues over there. So these 3 teams have kind of the stories that I kind of pin out at it. You know, I look at a team like Detroit, a team that's projected, or at least the Bears, a team that's projected to make a change at QB in the draft. They've been talking about, you know, changing over in the draft and having a quarterback, but Phil's eating up Detroit's pedestrian defense. Had 2 touchdowns, 1 pass, 1 rushing, and 233 yards. And then you had another in the Browns that had, you know, Joe Flacco coming off the couch a few weeks ago.
But time out.
Let me finish. Oh, yeah, let me finish, Kevin. Let me finish. I said so. He come off and he goes off for 311 yards and 3 touchdowns, and lost. And then the Jaguars, who lost to 2 backup quarterbacks, which both looked amazing again. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going to Jaguars defense. And then the third point against the Titans and the Dolphins, MVP candidate and Tua, who, you know, like a Hyundai Sonata without his number 1 option, who went down for a bit, and then he kind of struggled. Moister had a really good rushing game and had 2 touchdowns and really kind of savaged that experience. But they had injuries. I know all these had injuries there, but these are games that, you know, both of these, I know a few of these teams were definitely competing for like a top seed in the AFC, get a home field advantage and get a bye. These games that you got to figure out how to win. You just have to. Disappointing one that was disappointing for me though. It's the Lions. They got to take care of business. They lucky that the Packers did lose, because Packers was on a winning streak and was kind of pushing for them, but they still got no bit of separation. Jags, y'all got Texans that had lost, and I know CJ Stroud's in the protocol, but Colts was on that division too, so they're not making them much separate as well. And then the Dolphins really had a shot to get a number 1 seed here in the AFC and just didn't hold it there in the bargain. So, but to me, it is the Bears and the Lions. So I'm gonna go with the Lions. That was the most disappointing loss for the week. So go ahead, Kev.
I'm just trying to figure out how a disappointing loss is the team above 500. Like literally, the Browns are in the playoff hunt. Like literally, they're in the playoff hunt. The other teams, 2 teams, lost to teams that couldn't sneeze their way into the playoff hunt. And never mind. I'm just. It wasn't disappointing. It's not disappointing. The only reason people say it's disappointing is because they think more highly of the Jaguars than ever. I'm used to the shit. They're going to lose to lose football games. It's not disappointing that they lost to a team that's going to the playoffs. Disappointing is getting beat by the Texans or getting beat by the Titans when you're about to go to the playoffs. That's disappointing.
2 weeks in a row, y'all lost to a backup quarterback.
Did Joe Flacco beat the team before they played us?
But 2 weeks though, this is 2 weeks y'all lost to a backup quarterback.
Did Joe Flacco not win a game before they played us?
Bruh, I'm just saying. He's
the answer you're looking for. Your answer you're looking for is yes. Now the Cincinnati game, that was disappointing. But to teams that are in the playoff hunt, it's not a strange thing. Plus, quarterback didn't practice all week long. We were on our 5th left tackle during the game.
Joe Flacco lost to the Rams, by the way.
Our 4th right tackle.
There you go.
I mean, our 4th our guard. Yeah.
All I'm hearing is that y'all still lost to backup quarterbacks twice. I hear the Browns, they got all defense, but y'all still lost to backup quarterbacks, man. This is games out the Jazz got to have.
What they fucking do? Like if they beat the fucking Ravens, everybody talking good about them again. But it's not disappointing. Disappointing is losing to a team that's won 3 games. That's disappointing.
I guess I got a different definition of disappointing. You got a guy that comes as a couch potato, 38, and y'all lost to him. That's disappointing, Kev.
It's not
That had
to
no.
who? To who? Am I disappointed? No, because guess what? We're still in first fucking place in our division and are going to the playoffs. My disappointing thing is that all of our fucking people are getting hurt. That's why I'm fucking disappointed. We lost 3 fucking people during that game. That's why I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that my quarterback was coming off a high ankle sprain because he didn't even fucking practice all week. That's why I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because our fucking wide receivers can't get on the same page, yet we played like dog shit, according to some people, and we only lost the game by 3 points. I am a 20-something-year Jaguar fan. Being over 500 is not disappointing to me at all whatsoever. I relish the fact of being over 500. I'm not like these bitchy-ass people who just all of a sudden now become a fan of a football team that actually has higher expectations. You can only have high expectations when you fucking live up to the shit. Until you fucking live up to the shit, then you have the high expectations. We haven't shown that we can live up to the shit. So you gotta do something first for me to be disappointed.
311 yards from a 38 backup quarterback, bro.
You can keep talking all that shit you want to. If they go and shut down Lamar Jackson, what are you going to say next week?
Hey, they showed up and played.
Exactly.
They played up to their competition.
So then guess what?
Y'all played out y'all competition.
But guess what? Nothing of what happened this week even fucking matters next week if they go out and win. Because everybody will completely forget about it. I'm not fucking disappointed. Are we still in first place?
All right. Colts
there you go.
Texans are coming, bro.
The Texans aren't going nowhere now.
They both lost. They both lost last week. That hurts them a little bit.
Exactly.
But they were putting pressure on them, though.
The godsend of Stroud only throwing for 100 yards and then can't remember if he did it or not. Like that's disappointing. Guys going on all them runs and then losing bubble games and then losing your quarterback. That's disappointing. Oh shit, yeah, that happened to us the game before that. That's kind of shit that's disappointing. Disappointing to me now is injuries at the wrong time and shit happening like that. That's disappointment. Not losing to a team that's about to go to the playoffs.
So my question then to you, would you have just rested Trevor Lawrence and not let him play since he didn't practice all week?
Damn sure would have.
Instead of letting him go out there and throw 3 picks and then you lose to the Cleveland Browns?
2 of the picks are on the wide receiver that doesn't even know where the fuck he's going. But if it was me, he wouldn't have played.
So
to me, this game was a wash with him being hurt like that. I would have been like, look, we're calling a spade a spade. He ain't playing. I was expecting not to play and us to lose anyway.
So to answer the question, we know the Jazz not the most disappointing loss. So who is to you, Kev, out of these other 2 teams?
Did Miami not lose to the Tennessee Titans? Both of them other losses were terrible losses because of who you lost to.
So and then just play devil's advocate. What about all the injuries that I've been in the Dolphins game? Dolphin fans can say that and say, "Hey, we lost."
And they need to be they need to be disappointed in that shit too. But neither one of the teams they were playing in the playoff hunt now, are they? Go.
Fair enough.
Because it wasn't like the Browns haven't won with the backup quarterback this year.
Yeah. Y'all defense, man.
They pretty much won like 5 games with a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the defense, the last 2 games, they play like shit. Get it together.
Yeah.
Plus, we got injuries on that side of the ball. Fucking 4 people got hurt. So it's a battle of nutrition. It's what I've been talking about the whole time. You've got to win the battle of nutrition right now to get through the damn season and get some of these guys back healthy and get them to play the game. We were down to our 4th fucking cornerback, too. I just want a linebacker who can guard a tight end. That's all I
want. Good stuff. All right. Well, since Kevin already broke down his Jaguars, Paul, you want to break down your Giants?
Forget about it.
Do I ever?
Forget about it. Hey, buddy.
3 in a row, baby. 3 in a row.
Hey.
One game out of the wild card somehow. Crazy.
See what I mean? All craziness.
All wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. Tommy DeVito taking the NFL by storm. Guy still lives at home with his mom. Guy's mom does his laundry. He's sleeping in his childhood bedroom.
It's fucking Eminem.
Let it be a lesson to all you parents out there, huh? You don't gotta kick your kid out at 18, tell him to go figure out life. If he's gonna go to college, if he's gonna have a professional career, he's gonna make money for himself and be a responsible adult. Let him live at home as long as he wants.
Or he's gonna win rap battles.
Well, that's different. He didn't have much of a choice, and I don't know how much his mom was actually around. That's a whole different story.
Still lives at home with his mom.
Yeah, but my man Tom DeVito's been getting free food sent to his house the last few weeks. He and his mom ain't had to cook none of them delicious chicken cutlets he's been ranting and raving about all over the internet. But it just shows the Giants aren't doing anything different than not turning the ball over, and that goes a long way. It takes a lot of pressure off the defense. The defense is kind of showing up now, putting some pressure where they got to put pressure. They're forcing some turnovers. So they're doing things they weren't doing earlier in the year. And then obviously the emergence of Saquon Barkley finally, for the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's had some pretty good weeks catching and running the ball. I mean, he almost cost us the game last night with that fumble he had where he got tripped up and then he lost it. But you know what? My man Tommy DeVito, the undrafted rookie, went over to him on the sideline and said, "Hey man, don't worry about it. We got this.
Hey, Paisan, don't worry.
An undrafted rookie went to your veteran and said, "Hey man, don't worry about it. We got this." went out there and made it happen. The dude's just poised. He's enjoying the spotlight. I mean, he's from New Jersey.
He's not Daniel Jones.
Yeah, you're paying that guy You're paying that guy $40 million a year. This guy, it's interesting because what happens next year? Obviously, Daniel Jones had an injury and it's gonna take some time to recover and come back from it. I'm interested to see if when he comes back, if they just give him the ball right away, or if they let him know, like, "Hey man, you got to come get this job." Depending on how the Giants finish the year and how the offseason goes, but I'm enjoying the ride. Like I said, we got the Eagles twice in our next 4 games or whatever, so fuck it. But the Eagles aren't playing great right now, so maybe we can catch them with their pants down one of those times. I don't know, but it's cool. It's cool turning on the TV or reading the news and the Giants are in the headlines because some paisan from New Jersey is just making it happen on the football field and just taking the NFL by storm. And you know what? I'm here for it. Fun fact: Green Bay hadn't lost a game in December in 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And my man Tommy DeVito went out there and just gave him a little something. With the same guys that Daniel Jones couldn't do anything with the same offensive line that couldn't block. It's just one of those things, man. He's got the riz. I don't know what it is, but the guys just want to play for him, play with him. And it's just a different thing. And it makes you wonder when guys get big contracts like Daniel Jones got, if there becomes a disconnect between him and some of the other players on the team. Because you have a guy like Saquon fighting for a contract who talks about how much he wants to stay in New York and how he says all the right things and does all the right stuff. And you reward a Daniel Jones. And then the guy goes out there and literally gets ripped apart for 6-7 weeks. And then you bring this kid in, and in 3 starts, he's won 3 consecutive games. And it's just, I'm here for it. Sign me up. Tommy DeVito. Tommy Cutlets. Let's go.
Wonder if in the offseason do they go 49er route?
And you guys see his agent, by the way, too? His agent dresses like a guy.
Oh, my God. His agent looks like you would think he would look like.
Yeah, straight out of Goodfellas, that guy.
God, you're like, this kid's named DeVito, and you looked at his agent, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, now it all makes sense. Like his agent was wearing a fucking top hat and shit, and looked like he carried a Tommy gun under his trench coat. And I was like, this motherfucker come right out of Dick Tracy, for God's sake. Holy shit.
I love it. I love it so much. It's great.
Good stuff. Yeah, you want to speak a little bit more on your Jags?
Hell, fuck no.
All right, I thought you wanted to highlight see what's going on in the next few weeks with your Jags. You good?
Okay. Look here. Look. Cortez. How many years have we sucked? Exactly. I'm good.
Okay. I will talk about
I'm not like them crazy folks that are on Twitter, and like some of them, they need to go jump off the Dames Point Bridge after a game or during the game. Or I'm like, y'all motherfuckers need to calm down. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, one fucking pass. Have y'all seen the Dr. Pepper commercial where it's after the one play and they fucking start throwing shit and everything? And there's the cop standing in the background. He goes, guys, that was just the first play. That's what fucking Jaguar Twitter is. Like, they legit go stupid I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I'm like, come the fuck down. I was like, the game is literally just started. I was like, Jesus Christ, y'all need to like come down off of whatever. I'm like, man, y'all gotta learn. It's not that serious. Like, it's just a game. It's like it's not that serious. I was like, be mad about it after the game is over. Like, don't be mad about it while you're yelling at the TV right off the bat, and then go on Twitter and go, oh my God, you suck big, gigantic testicles. And I'm like, the only part that you should say about testicles was when Christian Kirk blew his apart. That's the only time you should have mentioned anything about testicles.
Ouch.
Because the poor man, God rest his soul, blew up his balls.
Pain.
But oh, dude, as soon as he landed, I went, fuck. As someone who has had their testicles cut upon, ow. Like, people were like, well, what happened? I said, do you want layman's terms or you want technical terms? They said, layman's terms. I said, when he landed, his ball went under his leg, and his leg blew his ball off. And they were like, what? I said, yeah, it basically exploded inside of him. Like what he does to his wife. Like what he does to his wife, his balls exploded inside of him.
We didn't need that visual, but I hope he's okay. I hope he's.
He already had surgery, and I'm like, you ain't coming.
On that play, he got off the ball real fast, and then
he got back on him,
and then his testicles got off real quick too.
Man.
Yeah. He got off the ball on that play real quick, caught it real fast, and then got right back on him.
Poor Christian.
Dude.
Hopefully it's doing well, all that stuff. I'm not even making jokes about that, man. I'm spreading up. Yeah.
It's a real Kirk in the nuts, man, I tell you.
The paint, but the bad part is with him going down, him and Evan Ingram are the guys that make that run. Like, they are the go-to people when you needed someone to go to. And without him there, you can see the little struggles in. And that's where my disappointment comes in, is where I'm disappointed that we ain't got all the guys to go and make the run again. And it pisses me off because, like, he was one of our keys, and now we don't got him. But we're like a lot of people right now, we got to get through it.
Absolutely. All right. We gotta sack up, make some plays. I'm not making no ball, Joe. That's painful, man. I'm over here creasing my legs, man.
Yeah, it's just nuts, ain't
it? Speaking of my favorite movie is Nutcracker.
So is Dwight Howard's.
I knew Dwight Howard was coming. All right.
I had to get it in there.
There it is. All right, guys. Our Broncos beat the Chargers. Justin Herbert went down with an injury, so once he went down, Broncos is pretty much in control of this game. They won 24-7. Really had a long drive that was about 7 minutes that kind of just neutralized the play. 13 plays, 75 yards, and they kind of etched it up. The funny thing about this, I had a parlay on this game, so it was like rooting for parlay versus team success here.
This motherfucker using this shit out the goddamn Hard Rock app.
Hey, I had Russell under 205 yards on that drive. He got 215. So I was within seconds from winning $302. So nonetheless, but hey, Courtland Sutton, he's making a case for a Pro Bowl spot on the roster. About the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's been making all these catch of the day plays, and this dude's ridiculous how he catching the ball. I know Russell is not putting him in some of the best spots, but the way he's catching this ball is just nuts. Tim Patrick was our big play guy.
He said nuts. Damn it.
I was not trying. I was trying to be intentional, but I forgot to talk about Chris.
Yeah.
So
damn it.
Javonte Williams has been fantastic. He's come back from this ACL injury from last year. Just keep having these tough runs. He has 66 rushing yards and timely runs to kind of extend, the drive. So, but no, man, I'm super excited with the Broncos so far. Like I told you guys, I was already looking at quarterbacks, who we gonna draft and everything. And I owe Vance Joseph apology. Dude has been kicking butt, man. Like our defense has turned the corner. The last 8 games, they're allowing 16 points per game. Prior to that, they was allowing 27 points per game. I'm pretty sure the Dolphins game, 70-point game, kind of inflated that stat. But nonetheless, man, no.
You think?
Yeah. But they got younger. They cut some of these older guys.
You suck, you jackass.
Really?
Yeah, so it was fine. They got the Lions and the Pats next, so we'll see what happens here. All right, I guess Paul's getting ready for a second because I heard some stuff there. So, but we are going to go to the player of the week.
You suck. Yeah, jackass.
Paul, who's your player of the week?
Oh, it's Tommy DeVito, bud.
And what's he getting to the bar? He's my to the cookout. What was it?
He's getting fucking chicken parmesan. He's getting some fucking spaghetti bolognese. He's getting all that shit. He's getting all the goddamn chicken cutlets.
He ain't coming to a barbecue.
We ain't having a barbecue. We're having a Sunday dinner. We're going to Sunday dinner.
He's having an Italian Sunday dinner.
No barbecue for Mr. DeVito. Okay. Yeah, who's your player of the week? And who's invited to the barbecue? What you cooking for him? What's smoker gonna be on? What's gonna be on the smoker, bro?
I ain't cooking shit for nobody. Fuck everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna invite a guy who's got a bunch of kids. He was at home with them just a few weeks ago. Then he comes out and plays some good ball. I'll invite Joe Flacco over. He can even bring the kids. Come and get some food. But don't bring weird-haired David Njoku with you, because that motherfucker's hair.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think he wants to be anywhere near a open flame for a little bit. So
I know he blew his face up, but damn it, his hair didn't get fucked up. It's all goofy now and shit. But yeah, he can come.
Right,
but I ain't cooking him none. I ain't cooking him none of the good shit. I'm giving that motherfucker coleslaw.
It's gonna be a running joke forever on this podcast.
Yep, I'm giving that bitch coleslaw.
But Joe Flacco is the kind of guy. I think Joe Flacco likes coleslaw. He looks like a coleslaw guy.
Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco. Yeah, Joe Flacco would be cool if you made him some hot dogs, some fucking coleslaw.
He's got kids, like Kevin said, so yeah, he just put hot dogs and get some lay chips on the grill.
I can give that bitch some chicken tendies, and he'd be fucking happy.
Kevin's gonna chop the hot dogs up in the mac and cheese for him. This is real nice.
I'm gonna make him dinosaur shaped chicken tenders.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, good stuff.
Because he's old. Get it? Because he's old and dinosaur shaped.
Good stuff. Well, who I'm inviting to the barbecue is Debo Samuel, yeah, 7 receptions,
He
149
don't eat
yards, 1
coleslaw.
touchdown. And,
He don't eat
he won.
coleslaw.
He helped en route to beat the Seattle Seahawks 28-16. Debo will not be getting no coleslaw, but Debo will definitely getting the combo of the mac and cheese and the poke and beans for sure.
There you go.
I will make sure I put the ribs on the grill. I'll throw some burgers on the grill too. Debo seems like he'll like a good grilled burger as well. And we'll sit there and chop it up, man. And you know what? Debo seemed like he like to drink dark liquor too. So I'll make sure I get some Crown Royal Apple at the house.
He wants some Henny. Debo drinks Henny. Come on now.
Yeah.
Don't. His name is Debo.
Where the fuck is Debo from anyway?
Yeah, that's a good question. I can look it up.
I know where he played college ball at. I'm just wondering, where is he from?
Yeah, let's take a look. He's from South Carolina.
Oh shit, yeah.
That checks out.
He's drinking slips. You can bring him some malt liquor and shit. He'll be fucking fun.
You get him some Colt 45. He'd be all right.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's drinking. Well, yeah.
In the brown paper bag. Just give it to him.
Dude, you can bring well vodka and some grape drink, and you will be perfectly fine with Debo.
My dog says a great drink.
Exactly. You can bring him some checks. You can bring some checks to it.
Oh, you already know they got checks in South Carolina, bro. They got Winn-Dixie up there. Absolutely.
You can bring
Winn-Dixie up there.
Peach check, grape check.
They put some cheer wine in there.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh, that shit's good.
Debo gonna be fancy, bro. All right, bro. Hey, Debo, you got all that. What I came with this name, bro, it's at the barbecue, bro. So shout out to these guys. All you had a heck of a week. So let's move on to our new favorite segment. And I see Paul was queuing up his soundbite. So Paul, let's take this away.
Yeah.
This is Paul's Stink Meter. Who stinks this week, Paul?
Well, I'm gonna start off. CJ Stroud, he kind of stunk. I know he got hurt late in the game, but man, he really stunk it up last week, and that's unfortunate because he's been playing so well. So I'm not gonna give him a soundbite because I mean he was due to kind of have a bad game. It was against the Jets. The Jets put Zach Wilson back in at quarterback. Zach Wilson shows out, so CJ Stroud only threw for 91 yards and then left the game with a concussion. So what else is there to say about it? I mean, I'm not gonna say anything bad. It is what it is. But where I had a real problem was in Las Vegas, where the Raiders played the Minnesota Vikings.
Holy shit.
And who in this game didn't suck?
Everybody.
Sweet mother of God. What a terrible game of football was played there. All the quarterbacks involved. Everybody just needs to find a new fucking hobby. Go play pickleball or do something because Nick Mullins ain't it. Joshua Dobbs came in. It ain't it. Aiden O'Connell ain't it. Josh Jacobs only ran for 34 yards. Everybody in that game, just all of them.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
For both teams. Both teams can absolutely just kick rocks. I could do without that 100%. And then we're gonna go.
That's great.
The whole team fucking both of them fucking stink. You know what? The Los Angeles Chargers, they fucking stink. I know Herbert went down, but they fucking suck too. So you know what? Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And then we're gonna go up to San Francisco where they played against the Seattle Seahawks. And you know, it was a competitive game for a little while, but DK Metcalf, he can't go get kicked out of football games. Like that's not a good look for you. And because of that, I mean, he had 2 catches for 51 yards, a touchdown, then goes and gets completely rattled and, you know, gets kicked out of the game. And you can't do that when you're making that kind of an impact. If he plays that whole game, like who knows what happens to him. And it's the fact that the 49ers, apparently before the game started, the head coach is like, hey, This guy's a little bit of a hothead. You know, let's see if we can get under his skin. I'll get you something nice for Christmas. And I'm guessing they just said something bad about strawberry milk or something because he got real upset.
That's quick his ass.
Yeah. So
They talked about the bunny.
DK Metcalf, you and your temper, man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
You get paid way too much. You get paid way too much money to get kicked out of football games because you're losing your temper. It's a violent sport out there. You could channel your aggression so many other ways. And when you're a team who's in a playoff hunt and you're trying to make a push and you're potentially the best offensive player on that team, you can't put your team in a hole like that. And it's just a bad look, man. So then the last thing is not even football related. So I found a fun little thing on the internet this afternoon. And there's a young
That's what
man.
Dwight Howard said.
There is a young man who plays for the Chicago Bulls named Ayo Dosunmu.
I know you're gonna go.
And this young man became the third player in NBA history
to
play 26 or more minutes.
Oh no.
And record 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, and 0 blocks.
Oh Jesus.
So he's now an NBA historian. And I don't know if it's something that you necessarily want to be, known for. But so just shout out to him. And Ayo Dunosumu, whatever your name is. All I know is just
I'd love to punch that guy in the face right now, but I can't, because I'd get in trouble. But you gotta.
that guy is literally out there just he's like at the YMCA. He's just out there just for exercise, I guess.
He's getting cardio, bro. He's getting cardio.
Paul, Paul, do you got that other sound clip that you played earlier queued up?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because going off of all your stuff that you're doing, I want to say something to the refs in the NFL.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
So go ahead and hit that one sound bite you played earlier.
You suck, you jackass.
There you go.
Shut the hell up.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Mention AO, the new show, who you was talking about. There was a legit Bull fan who tweeted out, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be better than Franz Wagner." Oh boy.
Leave it to damn Cortez though to come on the damn show and pronounce that motherfucker's name correctly.
Real quick, I just want to see. They played yesterday. They played yesterday.
I have watched like draft videos, and I know they got names. So
my man is their starting shooting guard. Here's the wild thing. This dude did absolutely nothing on the basketball court. His plus minus was +2.
With all 0 stats.
All 0 stats. +2.
Who was the other guy that had all 0 stats and played like 28 minutes?
Tony Snell.
There it is.
Tony Snell.
Yeah,
Tony Snell's got he's got the memes for that. So he had a Tony Snell game. Yeah.
28 minutes and you did nothing.
That's quite the achievement. And Paul, you absolutely deserve to get that guy the absolutely stink. So that was perfect. I was waiting for that.
Punch him in the face.
Suck. Yeah, jackass.
That was the one time in my life where I saw a stat line. And I understand if people get, in foul trouble or if a game's a blowout and they bring somebody off the bench and they don't really do anything, but this guy is their starting shooting guard. I know DeMar DeRozan's out, I think. So I mean, whatever, but I could guarantee
Zach LaVine's out, I think.
I could guarantee you take any one of us off this show and throw us on a basketball court. I could get an assist in 30 minutes.
I will score. God damn it.
I ain't saying I'd score. But
I'll score. I will score because, goddamn it, we all know that I will fling something up and it'll fucking go in.
Hey, I don't think I can try to do is just like see if like someone shoot a three, just try to dive for a rebound. That's how bad I do. I'll try to dive because I just need to get a stat. I will dive on the ground. My big self dive on the ground to try to get a rebound. Just because I'm like, oh, it's my chance to get.
I would try my damnedest just to sneak up on the motherfucker. That way I could get a steal.
Jose Alvarado style, right?
Exactly. Be like, just walk up behind him, be like, Pip, I got it.
Hey, just so you know, tonight against the Nuggets, my man had 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists.
There you go. Way to get back at him.
In 37 minutes.
God, you suck. God, you suck.
Fun stuff. All right, let's move into the picks. Great segment as usual, Paul. I'm gonna do this every way. I'm glad Kevin chimed in and add his 2 cents. So
That's funny as
shit. And let's talk about we want to do the 2 FOP teams because there's so much parity going on. So Paul and Kev was off air one to discuss, since it's the holiday season, that we do our top 5 Christmas movies and shit. Oh, take it over, Kev. My bad. Go ahead, take it over, bro.
No, I was going to say do picks first, then do the top 5.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do the picks.
Yeah, we'll close it out with top 5. We'll close it out.
Yeah. Perfect. We'll do that. Let's go ahead and go into the picks thing. KC's weekly picks. This is now going on to, and I'll let Paul take over.
Where last week it looked like most of us had the stat line like that motherfucker from the Bulls.
Oh yeah. So week 15 picks. Mr. P.
Man, we're coming in fucking hot off rip, huh?
Oh yeah,
brother.
What a fucking shitty ass game. God darn.
I mean, the first chunk of this paper isn't great, but anyway, here we go. Hey guys, NFL Week 15 on the way. Can't wait. So much exciting football to be played. We're going to start it off Thursday, Amazon Prime, 8:15. The Los Angeles Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
Paul, if you ever do your voice like that again, I'm going to punch you in your Christian Kirks. Can we just not pick this game and call it a wash?
This is just a who gives a shit. This is really like who. Yeah. What are they even playing for? This is
this is in Las Vegas. Oh, they're going to party before the game. They're going to turn up.
Exactly.
They're going to come in this game drunk. Every player in this game going to come hungover, bro.
They're going to be playing. They want to play in a spear. That way they can.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just trying to think what's worse, man. This game or In-N-Out Burger. I can't make up my mind.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Cortez done pissed some motherfuckers off with that line.
Well, we're gonna have one less listener now. Thanks, Cortez.
Damn it. Who was at 14? Crap.
Now we're at 12.
Yep. I'm gonna go. Unfortunately, the Raiders will win this game. I know we got it. I'm picking.
Unfortunately, you don't give a shit who wins this game.
I really don't. I hope they both lose. How about that?
It's going to end in a tie.
I mean, I'm more surprised that they both have 5 wins.
Yeah.
But
I'm embarrassed to say the Raiders beat my Broncos. So
it's a tie.
I'll take the Raiders at home. Sure.
Yeah, I will cry so hard this game ended in a tie. It would just be the epitome of bad. This game ended in a tie.
I just don't even want to pick it. I'm just like, it's a fucking tie.
So this just to make this clear, I don't think none of us is watching this game, right?
No.
I'm done with my Christmas shopping. I'm canceling my Amazon Prime just because of this.
All right, good stuff.
Who does the Amazon Prime games? Herb Street and Fowler. They're going to be like, they're going to be drunk.
Yeah.
Like they'll be drunk.
Oh, brother. All right, Sunday or Saturday. I got 3 Saturday games this week.
Ooh, 3 Saturday games. Nice.
There you go. No, not really. I mean, they're not great.
No, they suck.
1 o'clock. Minnesota Vikings at Cincinnati Bengals.
I'll take the Bengals.
Man, they put this game at 1 o'clock. Ooh, Saturday.
What you want? Well, you wanted one of the other 2 games on it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess my point is taken. Like, I don't think many people gonna watch this game either. But
No, they'll be out shopping.
I will go with the Vikings. Vikings will win.
They're not starting Joshua Dobbs. They're starting that other guy who absolutely fucking stinks.
Dan Mullen. They're starting Dan Mullen.
He's even Dan Mullen. You're not going to be a coach for somebody.
Dan Mullen was the old coach of Ole Miss in Florida.
Oh yeah,
that's who they're starting there. They might as well have started fucking Dan Mullen.
They could start Chris Mullen. It wouldn't make a goddamn difference.
Chris Mullen.
I'm taking the Bengals making a little playoff push here.
All right.
4:30, Pittsburgh Steelers at Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, a shitty bad game or a shitty good game. No,
these teams are both 7-6. Jesus Christ.
Pittsburgh's turned into shitty bad. After the last two games, they've turned into shitty bad.
Which team do I need to lose more to help my team in the wild card?
I need Pittsburgh to win, so I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
You know what? Yeah. Pittsburgh will win this game.
I'm going to take the Colts. Fuck it.
Paul's got to be different.
Horses are
Nothing
cool.
wrong with that.
And horseshoes are lucky. So maybe I can win some money on that game. Who knows?
Hey, we'll probably get in the Jim Irsay dance video.
Oh God.
R.I.P. to that orca whale. I love you. All right. 8:15. Denver Broncos at Detroit Lions. Cortez is going to have two different hats on.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, hold on, Paul. Now, you did say horses were cool.
Yeah, you did say that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Horses aren't cool, but lions are a fucking apex predator, pal.
These are bigger. I don't know. Have you ever seen a Bronco kick the shit out of something?
I've seen how fast O.J. Simpson could drive one.
No, that wasn't real fast.
Broncos.
You ever notice he was driving a white Bronco really slow? If it would have been a black Bronco, it'd have been faster.
Oh my God.
It's fine.
This will be a close game, but I got the Broncos winning.
I'm shocked you picked the Broncos. Shocked.
I'm taking Detroit. Detroit's got a rebound. I gotta see what Detroit's got now. They lost a game they should have won. They got beaten up on Thanksgiving. They rebounded a little bit, and then they're reeling a little bit. I know they're comfortable with that division. They don't got to worry about much, but I want to see what Detroit's got. So I'm gonna take Detroit at home.
I'll take the Broncos.
Man, you don't know shit about Lions, huh? All right, Sunday.
It better be a female lion because the males don't hunt. Ooh.
Got him.
Tell me I don't know about lions. I went to fucking Animal Kingdom, goddammit.
All right, Sunday, 1:00. Atlanta Falcons at Carolina Panthers.
Not as many times as Cortez did. You know Panthers are the real cat.
So this game,
Falcons.
Dirty Birds, Falcons. Welcome to Atlanta, where the play is play, and we staying up. I forgot the rap song. I forgot the
lyrics. Oh Lord, welcome to Atlanta, where the players play, and we ride on it, whatever, like every day. Big streets, big whatever, till gangsters rolling and parties don't stop till 8 a.m.
Hey.
Oh yeah, well, North Carolina, come on and raise up. Your football
Take your
team
shirt off,
stinks.
spin it round your head like a helicopter. Oh, sorry.
Fuck that. Your football team fucking stinks. They could jump. They could jump in the blades of a helicopter for all I care. The Atlanta Falcons are no longer the division leaders in that division somehow. Tampa Bay's caught them. So the Falcons are playing for something. Arthur Smith's coaching for a job.
Aren't they tied? Aren't they tied?
No, Tampa Bay is technically the division leader. The Falcons are the wild card.
Tiebreaker, something like that. Yeah, they got like a tiebreaker, but
yeah. So I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
But technically,
they got more to play for. Sure.
But the Panthers aren't a real cat.
What are they, Kev?
They're black versions of jaguars and leopards. Even a Florida Panther is not a panther; it is a puma. Like I said, no. Puma was an animal before it was a shoe. Like I said, I've been the animal kingdom.
I thought that was
sorry I ruined your Black Panther party. My bad.
Black Panthers aren't a panther. They're either a leopard or a jaguar. That's it.
All right. So
no such thing as a panther.
Well, they're apparently not a real football team either. So
on this
true.
rant, we all picked the Falcons. So let's go. To
exactly.
The next game.
They're not really a bird. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, on the subject of apex predators and whatnot, the Bears are playing the Browns, and this is one bear that is going to lose a fight to a fucking color because it's not even what is a brown?
What is a brown?
It's the guy's name that owned the team.
Bears will lose this game. Browns.
And their mascot is an elf.
That's true.
I'll take the Browns.
Browns. Oh, you feeling froggy? You finna take some J. Fields and the Bears, Paul?
You gonna bear down?
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I thought he was gonna bear down.
Browns are playing for something. Browns are playing for something. All right, next 1:00, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Green Bay Packers.
Good Lord. It's like it's not terrible, but it's a mediocre game.
I'll go with Green Bay. Tampa can't play in the cold.
Yep, you know what? Yep, you're right. Yep. Tampa lose. All right, Packers. They're hard to beat.
Up until this past week, Green Bay hadn't lost a home game in December in a very long time. So I think they get back on track against the Buccaneers. I think Green Bay wins this one. Next 1:00, Jets at Dolphins.
I'm going to take the Zach Wilson don't give a shit Jets.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if the verdict's out on Tyreek Hill. You don't know if he's going to play or not with that ankle.
I'm still gonna go with the Dolphins, and they could still pull it out against this Jets team. But I can see Kevin and Tree with an upset here.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Jets too, Kev.
God damn it!
Let's do it. Let's go Jets. Let's double down on the Jets. Double it down.
All right.
Next 1:00, New York Giants and Tommy Cutlets versus the New Orleans Saints.
John's been streaking, and the Saints are just trash.
Later on in the year, go in New York. Go in New York. But later on in the year, they're like, "Fuck this schedule."
John's a win, and Paul come on here with probably a bowl of pasta.
Oh yeah, straight up. If they win this week, I'm doing this whole show next week with no shirt on and chicken colored parmesan.
Some linguine.
So I'm going Giants.
All
right. 1:00.
Hold on. If the Giants win, Paul's intro needs to be "When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie." That's some more. Or the theme from The Godfather.
If the Giants win on Sunday, I'm gonna go to Buca de Beppo.
Oh God.
All right. Next 1:00, Houston Texans at Tennessee Titans.
If Stroud don't play, it's going to be the Titans.
So he's still in concussion protocol, pretty much.
Yeah, he don't remember.
Get healthy, CJ. But yeah, Titans will win this game.
Yeah, stay out, CJ. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Tennessee at home. That sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. All right. Next game. The Kansas City Chiefs at the New England Patriots.
There's something here that just it's rubbing me the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
Like
You gonna do it? You gonna do it? You gonna do it?
Yeah.
This is a kid's show, Kev.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh. I'm gonna take the Chiefs, but very reluctantly taking the Chiefs.
I can feel that one, but I'm still gonna take the Chiefs. I don't know what's going on in the past quarterback situation there. They won last week, did they?
Bailey Zappi must listen to me last week because he did not stink.
Yeah, they won last week. So
I take full credit for Bailey Zappi not stinking.
Yeah.
But I'm still going with the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah.
I think the Chiefs are angry. I think they're upset.
Ugh.
As they should be.
Yep.
So I'm going to go Kansas City. All right. 4:05.
Don't even say it.
49ers at Cardinals.
You don't even have to say who they were playing.
49ers.
All you had to do was say San Francisco 49ers. There you go. That's it.
49ers.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Arizona, but 49ers. 4:05. Washington Commanders at Los Angeles Rams.
Rams.
I'm an upset alert. I'm going to think Commanders get this one. Going Commanders.
Do you know, like, up until like a week ago,
Going Commando.
or something like that, like Sam Howell like led the NFL in passing yards?
Which is crazy, right?
Well, they were getting their. Well, it's not crazy. They're getting their ass beat, and then he just had to throw the ball all the fucking time.
But he also like has gotten sacked the most. So it's just
that's what happens when you have to throw the most.
Boy out there running for his life, man.
That's it, man.
Exactly.
Like he stole something.
I'm going commando.
I'm going Rams.
Cortez is going commando, unlike Christian Kirk going for a while.
It's too cold outside.
He might have to because he can't wear drawers because he.
No, he has to wear those like compression things now.
Oh man!
As someone who has went through, you have to wear things to keep everything from falling down.
All right, there you go. Saving the ball drops for New Year's. Got it.
No, you don't even want them to do it then.
4:25. Dallas Cowboys at Buffalo Bills.
Ooh. Buffalo playing for a lot.
This could be something. Dallas
playing for a lot. Buffalo playing for a lot. Yeah.
Dallas on the road though. Oof.
Yeah, that's why I went oof.
They're struggling on the road, man. They do struggle on the road. But you know what?
I'm gonna take Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Dallas too. They want to make this. Dak want to make a case for his MVP campaign here. You got to get this game against a team that's kind of bouncing back here in the Bills. So, but I go to Cowboys too.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Shot.
At home in the cold, and fuck the Cowboys. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was shocked.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. 8:20. Baltimore Ravens at Jacksonville Jaguars.
Baltimore.
Good game too. This will be a good game too.
Man, Kev Baltimore quick.
Yeah. But I think Baltimore gets it as well. But I know Kevin's upset with his team, but I think it'd be a close game. What do you think it'll be?
No, I'm not upset. We have nobody that can block anybody, and they got one of the best pass rushers in the league. That, ta-da! It's not a hard decision after that.
If it's a close game, I think Jacksonville can pull it off. It's just a matter of if Baltimore's going to get ahead early.
Every game we play is fucking close, even when we lose. So I'm like, This won't be no fucking different. It's just now we're just beat up.
Well, Paul's been bullish about the Ravens in close games, and that
It almost happened. It almost happened to him against the Rams last week.
It should have, because them motherfuckers threw 3 blocks in the back on that punt fucking return. Jesus Christ.
That was a wild punt return. But I'll go Jacksonville. I'll be the lone Jacksonville guy. Take Jacksonville in a squeaker.
All right.
Jacksonville by field goal.
Last year they did get them.
All right. Monday Night Football. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Seattle Seahawks.
Take Seattle.
Ooh. You want Seattle, huh?
Mm-hmm. Fish flying all over the place.
I think the Eagles bounce back. They need these games to keep a surging Dallas from holding off in their division. Seahawks is going to be tough. It is tough to play up there. And what they call it, the Eagles Nest, Hawks Nest. I forgot what they call that arena or stadium up there.
Why would they call it the Eagles Nest?
Hawks Nest, something like that. I forgot what they call it. Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
Hawks
they wouldn't
Nest.
call it the Eagles Nest because they're called the Seahawks.
Yeah, I backtracked when I said that, Kev.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
They don't even call the Eagles Stadium the Eagles Nest.
No,
Hawks Nest something. I forgot what they call it, but they call it something. So I'm blanking on it.
I think Geno Smith is still hurt, so Drew Lock will be the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks.
The Eagles.
So I'm gonna go Philly. I think Philly's gonna make it interesting, kind of towards the end of the year with that run with Dallas. So I'm gonna take Philly.
All right.
that thing lock it.
Good stuff. All right, let's talk about we was going to do our top 5 teams, but now we go ahead and transition over to talking about our top 5 Christmas movies or shows and everything like that. So what you guys think?
Show / movie.
Yeah.
So shows / movies. So you can put all of it in together.
I'll let Kev go first.
So you can we're going to each go one by one. So we'll start at 5, then we'll move our way up. So at number 5, I've got The Gremlins. Good classic 1985 horror / kind of fun, kind of comedy picture. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gremlins.
Okay. This is a movie that I actually just watched for the first time earlier this month. My girlfriend and I are doing a Christmas movie every night up until Christmas. So she introduced me to this movie called 8-Bit Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And it's basically a Christmas story, but instead of wanting a Red Ryder BB gun, it's about a little boy. It's about a man telling his daughter about the Christmas where he really wanted a Nintendo.
Oh, shit.
And all this shit he had to do to get a Nintendo for Christmas. And then it's pretty great. So that's my number 5.
I didn't have to do a goddamn thing to get a Nintendo for Christmas.
My number 5 will be Bad Santa. It had OG Bernie Mac in it, Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob was this irritable, pissed off con man with the elf that was a thief, and somehow so they latch on to this kid, and Billy Bob Thornton kind of developed a relationship with this kid, and really turned into a real cool story there, man. So I definitely think that's one of my top 5. But yeah, I like Bad Santa at number 5.
Nice. Good job.
Yes, sir.
All right, Paul. Go with number 4.
Number 4, I'm going to go with a classic for me. I watch it every year. I almost forgot about it this year on our list. I remembered it yesterday. But it's Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
What?
If you ain't seen Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, it's from like 1977. And it's just awesome. And it's just these otters, and they have a little jug band, and they sing Christmas songs, and it's awesome. It's like less than an hour long. It's real short, but it's a good time. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Otters and Christmas. That just sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead with 4, Cortez.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Love that movie. Dude's just a prick, and then once he realized that, hey, just little bit of glimmer of hope shines through. And
Cortez should write the IMDb for this movie. It's about a prick.
Yes, he should.
It's about a prick who hates Chris.
It's about a big green prick.
Yeah, dude, man, got the people of Whoville and got them the love again and stuff like that. So Whoville,
do you know who played the prick? You know who played the prick, right?
Blanking on it because I ain't watch it in
Jim. His name was Jim.
Jim Carrey. Baby.
Jim Carrey.
There you go.
All right, Kev, let's roll.
There you go. Damn, fucking Cortez took my number 4, but I can combine them. The movie / cartoon, of course, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's one of my favorite ones. I like the cartoon just better. I like the fucking dog. Max was always great. But yeah, definitely How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Reminds me a lot of myself.
All right. Well, my number 3 is going to be Home Alone.
Nice.
The first one. Which
resonates with me for some odd reason.
The more
even though I hate that movie this time of year, because you know what I get every time somebody realizes my name's Kevin.
Oh no.
Nice. My number 3 is A Nightmare Before Christmas. That movie's so good. Jack Hilton, Hollywood Town. So they kind of blend Halloween and Christmas. So I like that one. It's really good to me.
My number 3 is The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Bravo.
Because really, you can't fucking beat Statler and Waldorf as Ghost fucking chasing around. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Nice.
My number 2, I'm gonna go Elf. Elf at number 2.
Nice.
My number 2 would be Home Alone. Grew up on that one, man. You already spoke on it, so I'm not gonna speak on it, but that's just a classic. And every time it come on, and I got a brother named Kevin, so Kevin, and that's what Kevin's talking about.
It's always the fucking yeah. What number are we on? 2?
2.
1. Oh yeah, you 2. But then
I got a 2. And a 2. Oh, my number 2, of course, fucking Die Hard. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And that's my number 2. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
All right. My number 1, I'm gonna go with The Grinch. I think The Grinch is just great. I'll make The Grinch my number 1.
My number 1, and I'm always catching this on Hulu. I had it on my list. And I always try to play it every now and then, but definitely a Charlie Brown Christmas. Describe the whole commercials around them, and they try to get them on, and then the tree at the end where Charlie Brown feel bad about the tree, and they decorate the tree, and they sing the carol at the end of the movie.
Christmas time here again.
Yep. Now, I would rather listen to that song than the Mariah Carey song any day of the week.
You ain't fucking lying at all right there. You ain't lying at all right there. My number 1 Christmas movie, Jingle All the Way.
It's a good movie.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger. Give me the Turbo Mando! Give me the Turbo Mando! He's got 2! He's got 2! Oh, yeah. You can't beat that shit. Him and Sinbad and him dressing up as Turbo Man. I'm Turbo Man, Jamie.
Who said you could eat my cookies?
Yeah, who said you could eat my... These are fake Turbo Man dolls!
And that is our top 5 Christmas movies since NFL parodies at all-time high, which is fantastic. So All right, guys. Before we wrap it up, we got anything else to add? I think we're at one.
He's got to. He's got to.
Before we close, I did have a segment. We're not going to talk about it, but unfortunately, congratulations to the Lakers winning the first ever IST.
Fuck that goddamn stupid ass in-season tournament bullshit. You didn't get congratulations. You get to hand some fucking fake ass banner, and after taxes, you get $250,000 a piece. Broke ass motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm about to say that's a lot of money, bro. What the heck?
For them, it ain't.
Hey.
For them, that's a dinner at the fucking steakhouse they're going to.
That's another championship for LeBron. Still counts.
No, it's not a fucking championship. He was
the first IST MVP. So, but yeah, we'll just go on to that. But let's close it up. Anything else like that before we wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah, in-season tournament, stupid.
I liked it.
I
liked it.
I liked it too. So
I liked it.
You won absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but it makes the first it makes this point of the season, it makes the games kind of matter a little bit.
No, it don't.
Yeah, it does.
You ain't winning anything. If there was a playoff spot on the line, then it means something. There wasn't shit on the line except you won a big bowl that you could put your marijuana in, and fucking you get to hang some fake ass fucking banner.
I will say this, Kev. Engagement was up though. Like engagement was up as far as this.
Yeah, people are stupid and like gimmicky bullshit. This was nothing but a gimmick to get y'all to watch 5 games with shitty ass fucking red courts.
Now, the courts, I do agree they was egregious.
The courts were terrible. The cup looks like a big, gigantic bowl you put marijuana in. It was a fucking gimmick. It sucked. It was fucking terrible.
So what about like when they do college invitationals? That's a gimmick too? Like,
yeah, they're all fucking gimmicks. The reason they do college invitationals is just so they can put all these teams in one place and let them play ball. They don't mean shit. You don't get an automatic tournament bid for winning none of the motherfuckers.
So
it's just gimmicks. It's just something for the kids to go and do.
Let me add this. So the Pacers,
like I want to go to Maui and play a basketball game.
So the Pacers don't get a lot of national recognition. They're talking about Tyrese Halliburton now because of that game. Now, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was good engagement.
You know what this was like? This was like the fucking Citrus Bowl or any of that other shit. Guess what? You may have won it, but guess what? It don't mean jack shit.
Guess we'll agree to disagree there, pal.
Oh, no,
dude, are they the champs of the NBA because they won the midseason tournament?
I mean, but the point, Kev, was to increase engagement. They did that.
You're going to increase engagement outside of what? These were the highest ratings for early in the season, right before the Christmas games, right?
Yeah.
You want to know why? Do you want to know why that finals game got that much engagement? If the Lakers wouldn't have been in that fucking game, nobody would have fucking cared.
I don't know. It was on Saturday.
The only people that would have watched that game was the other team that was playing and the Pacer fans. That would have been it. Nobody cared. I legit gave 2 shits. Even if my team would have made it, guess what? I would have gave 2 shits. Because I don't start watching basketball until fucking Christmas.
And that's the point of this tournament, so they can grab fans to watch basketball beforehand, Kev. That was the point of it.
Okay, but it didn't work because I damn sure didn't fucking watch it.
Well, you're one of like a million, bro.
I watched a lot more basketball than I have in a really long time.
Yeah,
especially on those Tuesdays and Fridays when they were doing the pool play.
Yeah,
it was just.
You played you played 4 or 5 fucking games against people you're going to fucking play anyway. It made absolutely no sense because there was nothing to play for. You gave them nothing to play for. Teams that didn't even make it into the things went like this. Like, what the fuck did we lose out on? We didn't lose out on shit.
No, that last night, bro, they was definitely trying to do that point differential and catch up. When teams knew that they had to get a point differential.
You lost out. You lost out. You lost out to going to Las Vegas, and that's it. And playing 2 more basketball games.
Well, I guess I could watch a UCLA game to play the bowl game in that one on Saturday, but we already knew the Heisman was going to win during the game.
It's legit. It's legit like Florida State and Georgia playing in the fucking Orange Bowl. It's a game for their fans to watch. Their fans don't care who win. No one else will give a shit. Because I literally don't care who fucking won it.
All right. Let's root this in. Let's close this bad boy. We're at an hour 45. All right. Let's make sure we stay tuned with me and Paul during the podcast.
Fucking Grinch the fuck out of this whole thing.
Yeah. So,
because here's the reason why Cortez likes it. Because he likes basketball.
All right, we're going to close the podcast. You can follow us at BOC Podcast. You can find me at _CP.
You can find me at fuck the goddamn NBA in season tournament.com.
Paul, give me your name.
You can catch me on X at _Paul_Mac and on Instagram at ThePaulMac520.
All right, you want to get our Spotify? Go to Balls Not Court. Go to anchor.fm/Cortez-Paul. We're on TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, iHeart, Speaker, Windows, Google Podcasts, or like Kevin, since he's on the show, like to say.
Wherever you, I almost said something else. Wherever you listen to us before, listen to us there again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening, tuning in to us, and catch us for next week, and we'll break down some more football and basketball next week. Take care, ladies and gents.
Peace.
Boom.